seconds ago, Isaiah Wong was just named NABC third team All-American.
Yeah!
Sixth All-American in program history. So with that news, we'll jump into Coach L here if you have any questions.
Can we start right there? How proud of Isaiah?
You know, Isaiah has been just a sensational player since his freshman year. He's improved every year in every category of the game. The thing I love about him is he never changes his expression. You never know what's going on. He just keeps playing basketball. He practices and plays the same way every day. Hard. He plays hard, he plays smart, and he plays together with his teammates.
We saw Norchad obviously practicing inside. Any updates on his status?
Well, I don't know if you would call stretching and shooting threes practicing. If we were going to have a shooting contest, he probably could do that on Friday. Or stretching contest, he'd probably be pretty good at that. Whether he can actually run and jump, we'll have to wait and see that tomorrow.
You haven't tested that at all yet. You let this sort of slowing him down.
I don't test anything. I wait for the trainer to tell me he's ready to go. He hasn't told me that yet.
What kind of mindset are you getting from Norchad? Obviously, he wants to play.
He wants to play, and he's been in the training room diligently for the last 5 days. And I don't mean for an hour. He's been there like 10 hours a day. So he's bound and determined to get as well as he can in a very short period of time, considering the injuries he sustained against Duke Friday night.
Let's maybe look at Drake a little bit. What are your initial thoughts on the challenge?
I think Drake and their entire program, they have a consistent winning culture. They've won over 20 games 5 years in a row. Tucker DeVries is as good a player as there is in the country, skillfully. I mean, he can shoot it, he handles, he can post you up, defends, rebounds. And, you know, they got Wilkins, who's the leading three-point shooter in school history, and Sturts, who's the leading rebounder in school history. They got Brody, who's a tremendous big guy, 6'10", 275. And then their quarterback, their leader, their catalyst, Roman Penn, is like 25 years old. And he's been through the wars. He knows exactly what it takes to win. So I think this is a heck of a matchup for us.
And, you know, saw the video that the players Tribune put out, you know, the "Don't Pick Us" video and everything.
Yeah.
Is that, how much have you guys embraced kind of being the underdog the last few seasons, really?
Yeah, I think, you know, playing the underdog role is fine with me. But, you know, the bottom line is it doesn't matter who you play or where you play. What does matter is how you play. You've got to execute your game plan better than the opponent executes its game plan. If you do that, you're in good shape.
Coach, in the past, you've invoked Muhammad Ali, you've taken charges in the locker room. Do you have anything planning for this trip?
I'm not there yet. You know, we'll see. Normally, those things are very spontaneous. I think about it just before, you know, I know the feeling the players have going into the game. And then if there's a very specific message, you know, rebounding. One of the games recently against Pitt, I brought a ball in and threw it up against the grease board and rebounded it and said that's going to be the whole key to the game. And it must have been a good message because we rebounded Pitt by like 18.
Jim, the message today was have fun. Enjoy it.
Yes, exactly.
Enjoy it.
I think, you know, this is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Even if you get to go to the tournament, you have different players and different experiences, different matchups. So you really want to enjoy this. You're only young once. You all know that, right? So enjoy it.
It's a lot more fun though when you win.
Yeah, the most fun is when you win.
How confident, Coach, do you feel that the team will make the adjustments should Norchad not be able to play 100%? And what are some of the players that would need to step up if Norchad is not able to go?
Well, if Norchad doesn't play like he did against Duke, the players know that they have to fill in. The most important aspect of it is rebounding. Norchad's one of the premier rebounders in the country, so we got to gang rebound. We got to have more guys step up. Anthony Walker, AJ Casey, our guards have to rebound more. Jordan Miller. They all know that Norchad normally takes care of the defensive backboards. We've got to do a better job there.
So how have you seen AJ Casey kind of develop through the season? I remember at the beginning of the year, you were kind of like, we don't know how much the freshmen are going to play, and now we could be playing, you know, crucial minutes and postseason.
Yeah, I think AJ Casey has made significant progress, especially at the defensive end of the floor. I think his defense has really progressed to the point where I think he can be a stopper in the future. Maybe not this year as a freshman, but he's worked really hard at that aspect of the game. We will spend all spring, summer, and fall getting him to be a more complete offensive player. He's confident. He has certain skills. He can shoot the three. He can drive the ball to the basket. But it has to be a little bit more consistent, consistently good at a high level.
I know you never look too far ahead, but Indiana's a very large team. Do you feel like your team, I know early in the year, like we're so small. Do you feel like you've seen enough that a large team won't phase you guys? You're already, like, transitioning from a Drake to an Indiana size-wise won't be an issue in terms of a one-day turnaround?
Well, here's the thing. In the ACC, you play against all different kinds of teams, all different rosters. When we played Duke, they had 2 7-footers in the starting lineup and a 6'8" small forward, and we battled them right down to the last minutes of the game. But you also, in the non-conference, oftentimes you play against smaller, quicker teams, and you got to match up and do your best job defensively of guarding them. In Drake's case, they're an outstanding three-point shooting team, so our three-point shooting defense and our rebound is going to be critical. Threes rebound long, so oftentimes if someone misses a three, the ball bounces out, and then it gives the offensive team a chance to track down rebounds and get second shots. We can't afford to give Drake any second shots.
Anything else for Coach L?
Anthony Walker, if you could just talk about his play in that last game against Duke, how he stepped in for Norchad, and just how much you will potentially need him in this tournament.
Yeah, Anthony Walker is a critical player for us. He's 6'8" or 9". He's long, he's athletic. He has experience. You know, he's in his 4th year. He's a senior. He has scored over 500 career points, and he can step up and have a big impact on our success in the tournament.
Coach, how do you think Jordan will approach the matchup potentially with Tucker? I mean, it seems very similar.
I think Jordan Miller just plays the game. He's a confident young man. He's a humble young man. And if you've talked to him, you know he's an articulate young man. So he's smart about life. He's smart about basketball. He's smart in the classroom. And I think he'll just take his typical high basketball IQ into the competition.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Beauty.